Hello, thanks for joining.
Oh, hi, Danny.
For the people watching, would you mind introduce yourself, your name, and where you're located?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Yatong Wang, and I'm currently in the Portland, Oregon metro area, but I'm on the Washington side, but that's some geography.
Thanks for specifying. And thank you for making the time to share your experience with the AI-powered UX course that you just completed. If you had to describe this course in one sentence to a fellow designer, what would you say?
I would say to the designer, if you're like me, you felt a bit lost in the sea of information because the AI landscape is currently rapidly changing and you don't know what you don't know. But you want to have a guided hands-on project-based UX course about using AI to improve your UX workflow efficiently, then yeah, I would recommend this course.
Nice. And what was your relationship with AI before this course? You said that you were lost in the sea of AI information. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yeah. So I subscribe to some UX newsletters. So every week I will receive a bunch of recommended reading in my inbox. And as I can notice over the past 3 years, more and more is about using AI.
Mm,
And also you will keep track of how Sigma has released new AI features or any of the tools that release new AI features. So it's a lot going on. But in my work, I don't get to use AI because of some security reasons and various other reasons. So I'm like, I know what's happening out there, but I can't use it. So I feel overwhelmed. But also I am torn between I feel finding morally unacceptable to use AI because I follow a lot of creators and they don't like AI generated content. So I'm like, oh, I probably should refrain from using it. But also, I have this FOMO and I don't want to be too behind. And yeah, so I would say I'm skeptical and I feel not comfortable using AI before this course.
so sounds like your relationship with AI before this course was complicated.
I would say, yeah, mixed feelings.
So you were like looking from the outside, curious. There's the FOMO, but at the same time, thinking, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And was there any particular problems that you were trying to solve related to your work? Is it something to do with the tools that you saw that you're like, oh, this could be good for my work or anything like that?
Yeah, I would say it's especially coding large like script of user interviews. And then I think I secretly used the Miro AI to cluster the information of the stickies doing like helping with affinity mapping and tagging all those stickies. So
Mm,
that's like a very useful thing. And I also know some of the tools they offer very you can easily compile the snippets of your end user interviews and then I think that can be a very powerful tool. So you don't need to download like Adobe to video editing all those
mm,
clips and you can just like use AI to put them together and that would be very useful for pursuing some stakeholders and
mm.
because they can see the real time like user.
You were
Mhm.
curious because you heard about these tools that could make it easy for you to synthesize the user research.
Yeah.
Okay. And now that we're here, I'm curious to learn more also about how did you first hear about the course?
I actually saw you posted in the UX support group chat. Oh, that Slack channel. I was in it.
Or that chat?
And yeah, I was in it and I saw you posted a asking for participant for user interviews about improving your course.
Mm,
I saw that post. So I'm like, oh, there's a course. Someone's doing a course.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
That was part of the research. because I applied the same design process to design.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, someone's doing UX training, it's their course.
What made you decide to take the leap and enroll?
Actually, my personal situation changed. I actually signed up for your info session, one of the info session, and I learned about it. My company has a tuition and reimbursement program, and so I was actively searching, looking for courses. And I think your info session is pretty genuine and learned about. I know like what the course is about, how long is it, and what food it is it for. So I already put it down on my list, but I didn't take it immediately, sign up immediately because I worry I don't have the time to commit to the course. I think it's very time consuming and I want to get the most out of it. And then one day I just learned that I got furloughed. So I have all the time so I can commit. So that's why I reached out to you like on LinkedIn saying, hey, is the course still going on? What's the next where is the next cohort? Yeah. So I think a little bit about it. And so I'm currently in a career break
Mhm.
situation. And I feel more comfortable spending the time on
Dedicate.
doing things. Yeah, dedicate more time.
Sounded like you were researching other options also, the other
Mhm.
courses online for just different AI courses. What made you trust this one versus the other ones? Was it because of the info session?
Largely, yes. And also largely because I talked to my colleague and she's in the New York metropolitan area and she's also in the UX support group. And she said she had met with you in person. And she said, yeah, Danny seems like a good person, knows what he's doing. So I'm like, okay, good. That's a good test. And I also read all the testimonials, like the one we did.
On the landing page, those
Yeah,
videos,
yeah,
like the one that we're
yeah,
doing now, basically.
yeah.
Hi. Very cool. Okay, now about the course itself. I know that towards the end, a lot of the people in the course, in this cohort particularly, look up to you saying that you're like the prompt master.
Oh,
Like everybody's like, yeah, with Yatong doing this would be like a much better output. So what was your biggest aha moment during the course?
okay. Well, thank you for giving me the new title. I'll put in my LinkedIn tagline.
You should be like, you're one of the best in that.
Nice to know. Yeah. I would say I missed the first class, but I was going through the recording
Mhm.
and I was trying to do all the exercises, the in-class activities. And the biggest aha moment probably is that time. I saw you put a list of the tools, like so saying that use all of these and to do the research. So I was like, okay, so I can use multiple, not just one. I think that makes so much sense. Yeah.
Mm. So talking about the tools,
Mhm.
how many tools that you feel like you learned to use in this course?
Wow. I think we definitely tried 10 plus, maybe even more, like 15 plus tools. Yeah, I don't have the actual numbers, but definitely 10 plus, like double digit number of
Okay.
tools.
Do you still feel the
So
flow from the beginning? Or
no, not anymore. I'm like, yeah, good. We're trying all of them. Very cool. And I think the ones I used regularly now is Claude. I haven't used it before. I know about it, but I didn't. And Perplexity is almost everyone's favorite for research
yeah.
somehow. And also ChatGPT and vibe coding tools I'm still trying to explore a little bit more. I think I like Bolt, but I also heard Farouk said he likes Lovable. He thinks Lovable is the new industry standard, so he want to learn. So I
Mhm.
want to explore that. probably will use it more. Yeah. And the ones I don't use regularly now is Figma.
It's interesting how even last Thursday when I was at the meetup for the US support group, I was having this
Okay.
conversation with somebody who hasn't really gone that deep into this AI workflow. And we're talking about the
Mm.
process, right? And it was interesting how this person couldn't grasp the idea that we would skip Figma. Almost like a different conversation. The metaphor is like somebody who's using typewriter and then you
Mm.
with the word processor, and then the question is, how can you chase the paper? Can you chase the paper?
Mm.
There is no paper. What?
Right. This is the fundamentals of generating the prototypes are different. It's not like shapes and text anymore. It's like coding bases.
Yeah. And now that
Interesting.
you master a lot of these things, and you, at least from what I gathered, you didn't sound overwhelmed by this number of tools. Is that accurate assessment?
Yeah, I think it's accurate. I think because it makes sense, the prototyping. I think before we had UX designers as a segment of jobs, people are just coding the prototypes. So we're just getting back to that stage and it will minimize the alignment issues
Mm,
because design dev handoffs is like a big pain point that I also try to solve in my career. Now I can remember. Yeah, that's something I try to solve in my work.
so the
'Cause,
alignment is much easier with this thing.
mm, my work, we are still using Adobe XD. It's crazy. Like Adobe XD is in maintenance mode, meaning they're not releasing any new features and it's like pen and paper. I remember I talked to one of my BAs and saying, "Hey, we need this Jira story. We need to make a table component." As we're dealing with a lot of tables, and it's so difficult to prototype tables using shapes and reflect the changes of the tables. Now looking back, I'm like, oh, why I need to do that? That's like waste of time. Yeah, and just try to prototype tables, and the developers can just code it.
Right. So if you were to do that right now, how would you do it?
Yeah, right now, definitely using Claude or like any other vibe coding tools and just prompt it. Yeah, and because it's basic, something difficult to prototype, but so easy to code.
I remember when I was doing a project with tables and then interact
Mm,
tables, that was such a nightmare to prototype.
yeah.
So shifting to a different subject, as part of this
Hmm.
course, you
Oh,
also work on your own capstone project. I think it was something to do with mixology. It's really cool. We love that. And on the demo day, we love that. Makes us want to drink. But that's
yeah.
a story. And so now looking back, how much time did you spend on that with the AI tools versus if you hadn't used AI tools, how much time would you have spent?
I think I spent about 4 hours each week on my project, and the last final week definitely dedicated more time to it. So a total of what about one work week,
Mhm.
like 40 hours of
Yeah,
work.
it's okay.
Yeah,
And
I would say before AI definitely will take months.
month, 1 month or more
Oh,
than
not 1 month, maybe 1 month
so four
of
times
work.
more essentially.
Mm.
Mm,
Mhm. Yeah.
okay. And now that we're here, right, at the end of this, and you're the prompt master title, you completed this, you have like this many tools that you know how to use. How do you feel about your marketability compared to other UX designers?
It boosts confidence level, definitely. Yeah, I'm more marketable in terms of I'm confident that if anyone asks me questions during the interviews, I can well, I have something to say and I can show them that I know how to use AI. Yeah. I just need to do more projects to actually show them on my resume and also on my portfolio.
Mhm.
But ability, yeah, I feel comfortable putting down AI powered UX
Nice.
designer in my resume.
Now that you've done this, you have completed the course, how do you feel about the cost versus value, the ROI of this course?
ROI wise, it's pretty good. And I know the cost is like the standard industry, quite industry standard pricing. And yeah, I've done some Nielsen Norman Group course,
Mm.
which we all know that it's expensive and it's like 1,000 and it's a 1 day course. They have two AI course at the time of my research.
Mm.
One is to use AI, like practical AI for UX designers, so using AI. And another one is for designing AI interfaces. So they have two courses, but your course have both. You cover both designing the AI interfaces and also the using AI part. So there's a good value to get both in one course.
I one get one free.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious about your learning experience, the NNG versus this course.
NNG, you can tell, is more rigidly structured, and their course materials are largely theory based, and as opposed to your course is more learn by practice. Yeah, it's more hands on, and that course has a Slack channel, but the feeling of having a cohort is definitely not as strong as your course.
Mm.
It's just 1 day, so we don't have the time to develop the connection. So I think I like the small group and very collaborative environment that your course create.
So it sounds like the fact that you got to actually build relationships and connection with other students is valuable for you.
Mhm. Yeah, sure, for sure. I learned a lot from all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like from the title that you got, they also learn a lot from you.
Great.
Now that you have more powers, you know how to do a lot of things. What are the new projects or ideas that you're excited to explore? Whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Okay, I definitely will continue working on my capstone. Like that maybe can be a marketable product. Who knows? One thing I'm very excited about is to delve more into the MCP, like AI agent use part of using AI. So I have some tools that I organize my notes and
Mhm.
my learning. I feel like I can integrate some agent to help me, yeah, just try to develop my personal knowledge hub.
So you can
Mm.
learn even faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so shifting to like the closing, what would you say to someone who's thinking, I can just learn all this stuff on YouTube for free?
Oh, yeah. I feel that will also depends on the person. I personally feel it's very difficult to get a systematic approach from just watching YouTube videos. And you also know that people don't share everything on YouTube, but some of the secrets will be kept behind the paywall because knowledge is not always free. And I can learn by myself, but I will going very easy to going down the rabbit hole of all other stuff. So I think if someone just get into learning about AI, then taking an instructor-led course will give them the ability to get the filtered down version of the information. And you already chunk it up for us, chunk it into different topics, and you tried a lot of the tools so you know what's working and what's not. And that's like a valuable thing. That would be a good investment to have a kickstart in learning about AI. It will shorten the time of exploring you on your own.
So you could still get the information. And the problem is too much information probably. And
Mm,
hearing from you, the value is really to get to the distilled version that's in a structured way. So you get to learning faster.
yeah, I like to learn like a system, so have a thread of thought, and I
Mm,
have the topics, and then I can branch out and learn more by
mm,
myself. But I need the start to lay the foundation for me
mm.
to learn things.
Then you feel like now you have the strong foundation to branch out.
Yeah, yeah. I
Very fun.
know. Yeah, previously I don't know what I don't know.
Mm,
That's very difficult to discover just on your own. I think that gap has been minimized by
mm.
taking this course. I still have a lot of don't knows, but I expanded my I don't know part.
Nice, nice. And what would you say to someone watching this who is scared about AI taking over their job?
I was first saying like that's a valid concern. But it will happen in a way that destroys some jobs, but also create more.
Mm,
And overall, it should be helping you to excel in your jobs. Like the examples I give, you don't need to wrestle with the tables. That's a win. The only way to do it is adapting to the new AI powered workflows. And I think after taking this course and also did some of my own research, I'm pretty sure that AI is not going away. It will have its bad and good use cases. And I feel AI is like many other technology advancements, and it can be the biggest turning point since the the Enlightenment period, like during the Industrial Revolution. So it's a very drastic shift of how you work and how you engage with people, and yeah, it can be scary, but yeah, we just need to be part of it. You because we are already being part of it.
yeah, whether you like it or not, it's not going away. So wanted to affect the change, you need to learn it. Be part
Yeah.
of
Yeah. And it, yeah, like people get nostalgia about like vinyl records are coming back, and CDs are coming back, although everyone's streaming now. So maybe in the future we will be nostalgia about Figma.
You're nostalgic about Adobe XD right now?
I know. Sorry, don't even know.
Okay. Let me ask you like a different question in this case. I'm curious about when you were saying that you received the newsletters, but you feel like you feel
Mm,
about using these AI tools, right?
mm,
Because you heard like people against that and your company is not
mhm.
allowing you to do that. What would you say to that early, younger version of you now that you're on this other side?
Oh, I would say I should at least try some of them and see what it's capable of, and then notice like what's its limitations. And some of the things that I want to improve myself is when I get too skeptical, I just stop trying
Mm,
things. So I will encourage myself to try. At
well,
least I will get an idea.
I'm glad you actually tried. Not one,
Mhm.
not two, but more than 15. And now you know, right? You can choose
Yeah,
to use it or use it
criticize it like
or
wrong.
criticize, right? Or build something better, even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyhow, thank you so much for making the time.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we'll see each other again soon, I'm sure. It's part of our collaboration with the other designers in this course. Take care.
Mhm. Take care. Yeah.